Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai
Jai
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai
Jai
Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai
Jai
Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai
Jai.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 6, the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, said properly, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya quoted this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam from the 10th canto, 14th chapter, text 8. Tattenukampa susamikshamaanaha bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam hridvag vapurbhir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhag. But instead of mukti pade, he said bhakti pade. Then Mahaprabhu said, the actual verse says mukti pade, but you have changed mukti pade to bhakti pade. What is your intention? So then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said that the result of bhakti is Bhagavad Prema, whereas the result of jnana is mukti, which is simply becoming free from the material bondage. Material bondage means birth, old age, disease and death, and also from adhyatmika, adhibhautika, adidaivika miseries. You become free from all material miseries, from the pangs of birth and death. So this is liberation. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said the pleasure that one derives from bhakti, or the result of bhakti. What is the result of bhakti? Prema, Krishna Prema, Bhagavad Prema. So the pleasure that one derives by Bhagavad Prema, in Bhagavad Prema, that cannot be compared to the insignificant, right? Tuchha satisfaction or pleasure that one gets by becoming liberated from the material sufferings. You cannot compare it. Actually, I think that for those who don't take to bhakti, for those people who turn away from bhakti, the punishment that they get is this mukti. This mukti is a punishment given to those who turn their faces away from bhakti to Bhagavan. This is what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said. And then further on he went on to say that these people who get mukti, which people get mukti? the Gyanis who do upasana of the impersonal Brahma Jyoti, who worship the impersonal Brahma Jyoti, they get mukti, sāyujya mukti, of going and merging into Brahman. The result which is gotten by these people is also gotten by the demons who are killed by the Bhagavan. That means the demons who are getting killed by Bhagavan, why they are getting killed? They are getting punished, isn't it? For what they do, they are getting punished. So as a punishment, so this is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's vision. That's how he's looking at it. He's seen both sides. He's been on the side of a Jnani. What to speak of Jnani? He was actually a Mayavadi. Mayavadis are offenders. Jnanis are not offenders, but Mayavadis are offenders. Jnanis means, Mayavadi philosophy also, they say they are following Jnana, but they are offenders. They say the Lord's body is false. So they are actually offenders to Bhagavan. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi philosopher. So he's seen that side. And now he's become such a Krishna conscious devotee that he cannot see anything but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His constant meditation is chanting the names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the son of Sachi, as the reservoir of all wonderful qualities. That's his constant meditation. Wherever he sees, he only sees Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. That is his condition now. He is a pure devotee. He got the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after relishing this, now looking at what he was aspiring for before, it seems so insignificant to him, and he's saying that the result that the Jnanis get, it is even gotten by the enemies of the Lord who get killed by the Lord. In fact, getting this type of liberation is a punishment. It is a punishment for not turning towards the Lord, for not doing bhakti to Bhagavan. Why the demons get killed? The demons, what is the activity of the demons? For example, take Hiranyakashipu, take Ravana. They are always constantly blaspheming the Supreme Lord, giving pain to the Lord's devotees. So such people, such demons, they fight with the Lord, seeing him as their enemy, wanting to kill the Lord. They fight with him. And then the punishment that they get is, of course, they get killed, but as a result of that, they go and merge into Brahman. So that's not, of course, it's liberation. Certainly it's liberation. They're liberated from material conditioning. But what is this liberation? They never get an opportunity to render devotional service. That type of punishment, a devotee will not get. What type of punishment? Going and merging into Brahman. That type of punishment a devotee will not get. That means it is such a severe punishment. Going to hell is better. Because if you go to hell, you can still, after suffering there, you can still get the association of a devotee. You still stand a chance of experience. At some point in future, you can still, suffer, get punishment for all your sins and offenses, and you get the association of a devotee. You can start doing your bhakti, and you still stand a chance of rendering devotional service and tasting that nectar of Krishna Prema you can get. But if you merge into Brahman, you're doomed for eternity. You don't get that opportunity. You're finished. So that is why Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying that is a punishment for people who, that's why I don't like the word mukti. Because mukti, I don't see it as a reward at all. Sadhya means what? Sadhana is the practice, sadhya is the goal. By this practice, what you're trying to achieve, that is sadhya. So for Jnanis, the sadhya is sāyujya mukti. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, that is not sadhya, that's danda, that's a punishment. Getting sāyujya mukti is a punishment. I don't even like to hear that name mukti. So that is why, and here what are we talking about in this verse? We are talking about such a person who has been great. He's a devotee. We are talking about a devotee here. This devotee, while suffering miseries, he is not complaining, and he's accepting all the suffering as he takes the responsibility. It is because of my own past karma I am suffering. My Lord is so kind that uh, even though I deserve much more punishment, he has reduced my punishment. In that gratitude, he is bowing down in front of the Lord. So certainly we are talking about a devotee here. We are not talking about any jnani or someone. And for such devotion, his rightful uh, claim is mukti. No, no, no. This cannot be justice. This is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's vision, right? For such a devotee, such a pure devotee who does not mind suffering, and he's even in suffering, he's gratefully bowing down before the Lord, and he's constantly waiting for the Lord's mercy, anukampa. His goal should be prema, right? Going back to Godhead, and then there in loving devotional service, exchanging loving devotional service with the Lord in a particular relationship. He should be there in the spiritual world with the Lord. That is why bhakti pade, not mukti pade. Because after doing such nice bhakti, he will go and merge into Brahman. This is the result he will get. No, no, no. That is punishment. A devotee will never get this type of result. That's what he says. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, a devotee will never get this type of result.
Yeah.
Of course, in the purport we saw, Srila Prabhupada says, sometimes a devotee may desire and he goes to that Siddhaloka. Siddhaloka means here we should understand Brahman only, because impersonal, those who are aspiring for impersonal liberation, they go there. Devotees means they are performing Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc., devotional angas, but by that they want Brahma Prapti. What will happen to them? They will get that. They will get that. So that's the only case. But when you hear what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, devotee means he's talking about Shuddha Bhakta. How you know? Because he's quoting this verse from Bhagavatam, where Lord Brahma is speaking. That is clearly talking about a pure devotee. It's not talking about a mixed devotee who's thinking, who's chanting, but he wants Brahma Prapti. No, we are not talking about that. So now, let's continue reading.
Today I'm late.
Oh yeah, we didn't start Mati, just now we started. I was
Then I'm not late.
Yeah, you didn't say anything. So we'll start with text 266. Yadyapi se mukti hoy pancha parakara sālokya sāmīpya sārūpya sārṣṭi sāyujya ara. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, Yadyapi, even though that mukti is of 5 types. What are the 5 types of mukti?
Sālokya, sāmīpya, sārūpya,
sārṣṭi, sāyujya. Okay.
Oh.
So Sāyujya means merging Brahman. Sāyujya can also be merging into the personality. That is also there. Somebody can merge into the Brahman effulgence, or they can even merge into the body of the Lord. Some people want that. That also they can get.
Mataji, if you don't mind, can you explain each of them?
Yes, Mataji. So sālokya, so all these are mukti. One thing we should remember about mukti is, mukti, in mukti there is no seva. There is no service. Service will happen in different relationships. It can be Shanta also, right? Shanta means you are there with the Lord, you are in awe and reverence, you are just looking at the Lord, but there is no active reciprocation. Shantarati is possible. And then there is Dasya, in a relationship with the Lord as a servant, Sakhya. So now these higher rasas, Dasya up to Dasya, Shanta and Dasya are possible in Vaikuntha with Lord Narayan. But Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, not possible in Vaikuntha. For that one has to go to Vraja. Of course, in Dwaraka and Mathura, you can have, but there will be that Aishwarya Bhava. Even though there is Sakhya, there is always that respect that he is the Supreme Lord. In Vraja, you can have pure relationship, like, either a servant or as a friend or as a parent or as a lover, Even Shantarati you can have in sweetness, Madhurya. It's possible in Vraja. So this means service. This is seva. So anyone who does pure devotional service, he will get seva. Because pure devotional service means you want to please the Lord. And that will actually ultimately, that pure bhakti sadhana, when you do, it will ultimately reach to the stage of prema. First bhava will come. Bhava means your relationship will be revealed. What is your relationship with the Supreme Lord? That is revealed. And that particular body is also given. Spiritual body in that relationship. For example, if your relationship is of a young girl in Goloka, like a Manjari, then you receive a body, a spiritual body made of that Swarupa Shakti, a spiritual body of a Manjari. And then while you're still in this body, when you're in Bhava Bhakti stage itself, you will be acting in that relationship. In that spiritual body you will be acting, although externally you may be doing things in this world, but in your spiritual body you're already there participating in the Lord's Leela. So that is service. So this prema, it's possible only for bhaktas. Now talking about mukti, different people can get. You don't have to be a pure devotee to get. In fact, devotees don't want mukti. Like Sarvabhauma Bhattacarya is saying, they don't want mukti. Because what is the pleasure in. See, they are not selfish, They don't want something for themselves. They want to please the Lord. That is a bhakta's bhava. So, mukti means, now these 5 types of mukti are there. One thing is you're liberated from all material suffering. No more birth and death in this world. Your avidya is removed, ignorance is removed. So we as spirit souls are covered by avidya. Because of this avidya, every time when this creation is there, we are resting in the body of Karnodakshaya Vishnu and we are waiting. When there is creation, then we come here and based on our karma, and because we have avidya, based on our karma, we will be given different bodies, subtle bodies, gross bodies, like that. And we are doing karma. And again, if we don't take to bhakti or if we don't do jnana, then once again after this creation is finished, we go back into the body of Karanodakshaya Vishnu and we just stay there waiting for the next creation. Like this, it has been happening since Anadikala. There is no beginning. Since when we are here, there is no beginning. It's been happening since Anadikala. Now, when this avidya, this ignorance, what is this avidya, you may question. Avidya means Bhagavat Vaimukhyam, turning away from the Supreme Lord. Turning away from the Supreme Lord is avidya. So because of avidya, one turns away from the Supreme Lord. So when this avidya is removed, how this avidya will be removed? When a sadhu comes to you and tells you about Bhagavan and also gives his mercy to you, right? By his mercy, now the person who is turned away from Bhagavan will turn towards Bhagavan. And when he turns towards Bhagavan, then his, this good fortune is awakened. From that point, his good fortune is awakened. Then he starts performing bhakti. By doing bhakti, this avidya is removed. At one point, so initially whatever your, karma, everything becomes removed. If you are steadily doing bhakti, all unwanted things, karma and everything is removed. Your avidya is also removed. Avidya is also completely removed. But that is not the only goal. Even for the jnanis, avidya is removed. Those who get mukti there, for them also avidya is removed. Avidya is removed means no more bondage in this world. You don't have to come back to take birth in this material world. That is avidya's removal. Then there can be different destinations for those people. Somebody can go and, according to his desire how he will get the type of association. The type of association you get, that type of desire you will get. If you meet a jnani first, then your desire will be, I want to go and merge into Brahman, because that's what I heard. Isn't it? The type of, let's say you're born in a Brahmana family, that's what you will learn because you're raised in that family. Those are the practices you will learn. Someone else is born in a Mlecha family, that's what he's learning because of that association. Similarly, if you get in the association of a jnani, you will simply learn, that the absolute truth is Brahman and the goal of life is to go and merge into Brahman. And you will aspire for that, and when your avidya is removed by that practice, you will go and merge into Brahman. But if you come in the association of a Ashtanga yogi, then you will think the goal is either Brahman or Paramatma Prapti. Then you will practice like that and you will go for that. And if you come in contact of a devotee, a pure devotee, then you will aspire for Bhagavad Prema, and ultimately you want to get Bhagavad Prema. So what your aspiration is depends on the type of association you get.
That's
So, and now you can say, then who will decide who will get which type of association? Is it just a chance? No, this is the mercy of the sadhu who is giving you the association. The sadhu decides. This is something that, I have to learn personally, I feel. But of course, not that we are pure devotees, but we can become instruments of pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. His disciples, there are pure devotees. So on their behalf, reaching out to the conditioned souls, right? Connecting them with the parampara somehow or other. We are just becoming instruments so that they can get connection with the pure devotee and they can receive. The pure devotee is giving mercy. So we become their instruments, and by that way, he is reaching out to all these conditioned souls. So the pure devotee decides to whom he wants to give mercy. That's the point. He decides. And that is when our good fortune will be awakened. Not by our karma, not by our sukriti, not by anything else. By the mercy of that pure devotee, our good fortune is awakened. And that sadhu, if he's a pure devotee and if he's giving mercy, that's the ultimate, right? There's no limit to our good fortune. So anyway, now the question is about mukti. These different types of mukti, how one will get. So those who are pure devotees, they will not aspire for mukti. So that's not the destination. And also mukti happens only in Vaikuntha lokas. In Vraja, there is no mukti. There's no question of going there and just doing your own thing in opulence. No. Who gets mukti and what are these? First, I'll tell you what these different types of mukti are, and then I'll tell you who will get this type of mukti. So there are 5 types of mukti. Sāyujya mukti means going and merging into Brahman effulgence or merging into the body. You can merge into the body of Paramatma. You can go and merge into the body of Lord Narayan. That is also possible. Or you just merge into the Brahman effulgence. These are all Sāyujya mukti. The next one is sālokya. Loka means planet. Sālokya means the same planet as the Lord. So you will go to the same planet where the Lord is residing, Vaikuntha. The Lord is there, you'll go to the same planet. But just imagine, now we are living in the same country as the President of America. But does that mean that I'm there with the President and I'm, going and serving him every day or I'm seeing him every day? I'm living my life in my house, right? I mean, I know he's the president and sometimes I may see news, what is happening, maybe, maybe not. But I have my own life, I'm living my life. If this is possible in such a small material world, is it not possible in Vaikuntha?
Yes.
So, Sālokya Mukti means you are in Vaikuntha, but you are living in your own
You're
life.
all there.
You don't have that relationship with the Lord. You're not engaged in a service with the Lord. You're living your own life. Now, it doesn't mean everyone in Vaikuntha is like that. No. Vaikuntha is so big. There are devotees, pure devotees of the Lord. They also go to Vaikuntha. So, Vaikuntha planets are innumerable. There are, just for a comparison, it is said 1/4 is the material world, 3/4 is the spiritual world. It only means that it is much, much, much bigger than what you can even imagine. Can you even imagine our one small universe? What is there? How we cannot, right? And this universe is a small universe compared to all other universes. There are unlimited material universes. And all this is just like 1/4 of the whole creation. For comparison, it is said. That means unlimited number of Vaikuntha planets are there. Okay? And in these unlimited number of Vaikuntha planets, there are, each planet there is Lord Vishnu, right? And in his different forms, Kurma, Matsya, Varaha, Vamana, like that. So you will go to a planet where the Lord is residing, but there are also devotees there. So the devotees will be residing and they will be rendering service to the Lord. Like we have Jai, Vijay, Nanda, Sunanda, and even devotees who get, they go to Vaikuntha and get Kainkaryam, right? As devotees, they're worshipping the Lord and their goal is to serve. Ultimately, it's consciousness. It's not just externally what we do, it's the consciousness in the heart, right, that will decide our destination. If my mood is I want to serve the Lord, then I will get service there. And depending on the form, the vigraha that I'm worshipping, that I'm attracted to, that's the place I will go. So, sālokya mukti means you go to the same planet, but there's no seva. Your result of that mukti is you don't get again birth and death, your avidya is removed, but you go to a planet where the Lord is also there. That's it. 2. Sāyujya, sālokya. Sāmīpya means there is proximity. So you are on the same planet and also you are able to see the Lord also. So you are there, sāmīpya, close, samīpam, right? Close to the Lord, nearby. So you can see Him. But even then you may see Him like, sometimes the big, like some politician or a prime minister comes to your city and passes by and we are all standing and watching him and he goes by. That's all. Like that. Sāmīpya, you're there nearby, you're seeing him and all that, but not that you have any personal seva for him. No. Sāmīpya mukti. And then the 3, sālokya, sāmīpya, sārūpya. You'll get the same form as the Lord. Vaikuntha Vasis, like Narayan who has 4 Chaturbhuja, right? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Same, like him. The complexion is like him, like a rain cloud. So you'll get all that. Only difference is you will not have Srivatsa on the chest, and you will not have Kaustubha Mani. With that you can differentiate, not
Yeah,
others. Otherwise, same Rupa, same.
yes, true.
This is one type of liberation. Opulence, right? Sārṣṭi. Sārṣṭi means you'll get the same Aishwarya as the Lord. Same powers. You'll have same powers, siddhis and everything. Aishwarya, same opulence. And you're there in Vaikuntha living your life. So like this, there is sāyujya, sālokya, sāmīpya, sārūpya and sārṣṭi. 5 types of mukti. Mukti means you go to Vaikuntha, but there is no seva. Now your question will be, how one gets this mukti?
Yeah.
So do devotees also get this mukti? So in devotees also there are very many varieties. For example, we see in the 7th chapter, 7:15 says, Namam dushkriti no mudha prapadyante naradhama. 4 types of people who don't worship the Lord. And the next verse, 7:16 says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinoarjuna. Sukritinaha. 4 types of sukritinaha worship Bhagwan. Sukritina means what? Sukritina means, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, the follower of varnasrama dharma. So if you see our traditional life in society, everyone is supposed to follow varnasrama dharma. If you go back some generations also, that is there in society. Some remnants you may find in villages even today, maybe.
Yeah.
So every small, like peta antar kada, small area will have one temple, Ramalayam or Lord
Yeah.
Vishnu temple. The center of every small community, every colony, they will
It's
have
like there's a temple.
temple of Lord Vishnu, Lord Ramchandra, like that. This is a varnashram society. It does not matter. You can be a farmer, you can be a barber, or you can be a brahmana, priest, or you can be, like a kshatriya, ruler, soldier, whoever you may be. For everyone, the temple is the center. Everyone goes to the temple, they go offer obeisances to the Lord, and when there is something nice, like maybe child is born or something, they'll come and, do some abhishek, offer some gifts to the Lord. This is part of their life. So Sukritinaha means the varnashram followers, varnashram dharma followers. The whole society is varnashram society, and the members, the center of their life is worshipping the Lord. Now, so that does not mean anyabhilashita shunyam is there. That is not there, not necessary. They may like opulences, right? To have a nice home and have nice home, but they have this understanding, this world is temporary, right? This world is temporary. So they don't want to come back again and again and acquire property here, because they know all this is going to be finished. But they want to go to Vaikuntha, because in Vaikuntha everything is eternal, and they're already worshipping Lord Vishnu also. So these type of people, varnasrama dharma followers, and those who are so those four types of people: artha, artharthi, jigyasu, jnani, right? Artha, artharthi, jigyasu are grihasthas. Artha means what? They are in some suffering. So because they are living in this varnashram society, when there is suffering, where they will go? They'll go and tell Lord Vishnu, I have this problem, please help me, my Lord, like that. He is their best friend for everything. They'll go. I have this trouble, that trouble, material problem, anything, they'll just go. They'll say. And after that is solved, the difference between Naradama, right? The previous verse, first one is called Mudha, right? The difference between that person and here is they also go to the Lord when there is difficulty. As soon as they get what they want, they go away. They don't care for the Lord. They just come like
That's
a
true.
business deal, right? I want something. As soon as they get, okay, goodbye. You will never see them again in the temple. Gone away. When there is some difficulty, they may come.
That's true. That's true.
Take it and go away. That is why Namam Dushkritana Muda, they're called Muda, rascals. Their dimag, their intelligence is so small, like ass, donkey's intelligence. They don't understand, right? So they just come, take some small thing, material thing, and go away. They're not interested. Whereas these people, the Varnashrama people, they don't leave the Lord. So when they have difficulty, they pray to the Lord. They want something, I need some money, I have to marry my daughter, I don't have any money. They'll ask the Lord, please help get a good husband for my daughter and all. And when they get it, they continue, oh, my Lord is so wonderful, he helps me all the time. They'll continue worshipping. They don't give up. They don't give, because that's their way of lifestyle. Worshipping Lord Vishnu is their lifestyle. There's no question of going to him when they want, and again, it's like having a child in the family, right? You just raise that like that. They worship the Lord all the time. So these people, when they perfect their varnashrama dharma, if at the time of death, ultimately, antakalecha mameva
Okay.
smarana kalevar, right? So at the time of death, because of this lifestyle, if they're always, and also they're always offering, the other thing is Krishnarpanam, whether they sneeze, right? They say Krishnarpanam, whether they walk, whether they sit, whatever they're doing, everything Krishnarpanam. Offer all their work to Krishna. Or, Narayana, just offer it to the Lord, like that. So because of this type of practice, at the time of death,
Death.
they are able to think like that, then they go to Vaikuntha. Whatever they are meditating on, they'll go there. But what is their mood? They don't have Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, I just have to please them. No, they still have desire. But that desire is not for material opulence. They like opulence, they want Vaikuntha opulence. So they'll go to Vaikuntha. They're not, wicked people. No. But they didn't develop. Why they didn't develop, you may ask. They're constantly worshipping the Lord. Why they did not develop pure devotional service? Because they didn't get the association of a pure devotee. If these people meet a pure devotee, if a pure sadhu comes to them and tells them, you should not expect anything, you should only do Shuddha Bhakti, they will also start doing Shuddha Bhakti. If we can do Shuddha Bhakti, being, Vikarmis and all that, these people can do. The only thing is they need to get that association. And how they will get that association? By the mercy of that devotee. So if there is a sadhu of Shuddha Bhakta, and if he comes and if he teaches them, like Tukaramji, right? He taught them and they just started, everyone, the whole village, everyone started Harinam Sankirtan, right? So it is possible. But if they don't come in touch with a pure devotee, then they can go to Vaikuntha and they can get mukti. And in Vaikuntha also, if there are servants of the Lord who are serving the Lord. So those who are liberated, if they come in touch with pure devotees, and if they accept their instructions, they can also turn to devotional service there. That is also possible. So in this way, mukti is one destination and bhakti or seva is another destination.
But one thing, sorry.
Yes,
One thing, Mataji, we are in this kind of world now. It's here. Like suppose we are in America. Okay. We don't have that much chance to have association. Means like we go to temple. We don't know who is the real bhakta.
Yes, Mataji.
Everybody has some criticism, something, that person is not doing this person is not looking good. That thing is there.
Yes.
So it's very hard to get a sadhu or
Yes.
a pure devotee or anybody who can tell us, like, like I am listening to you now. You're telling me what are the things I should do. Because I go and pray God, I go and see Krishna, I go and see his lotus feet, I come back. That's all. See, those kind of association,
Absolutely. You got
it's
the right
very
point.
rare because we're not, at least if you are in India, we should have had some. There also we have so many politics.
Yes.
But at least we go to temple. When I go to temple, I don't know, 1 in 100, I might meet a guru or something, sadhu or somebody.
Yeah.
But here there is no chance for us. So we wish we wanted this kind of life. Well, yeah, we have to earn money and we want to get citizenship. We want to live here, all
Yeah.
the comforts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking now.
Yes. Yes,
So
Mataji.
what is that I'm getting at the end of my life? But
Right.
of course, when I go upstairs, 4 steps are coming downstairs, I say Jai Jagannath Subhadra Baldev, and then I say Narayana, Sri Rama Ram Rami Iti Rame. I tell all the slokas and come down. And when I go up, I do that. In that, I don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Every second, what by something false, Krishna, I'll say. I get up from that. I picked up from that, from the floor. I
Yeah.
just feel like that I say that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Real bhakta, real sadhu, I am just very rare to. My Guru Maharaj is there. Say, Guru Maharaj is like Krishna. My Guru Maharaj is there. I listen to his lectures. And out of that, I'm not listening to him in front, just close to me or front of me, in iPad or somewhere, like I'm listening to you. So what is my life aim? I don't know.
No, but if you are listening to, that is all direct devotional service. So your time out of 24 hours, uh, if you are, when you are awake, at least when you are awake, if you're using your time in either Shravanam, hearing about Krishna, whether through iPad or phone or something, that means your mind, even if not your mind, even with your ears you're hearing, you're trying to hear, or we are speaking, that is you're engaged in service of Krishna, or with your hands you're doing some service, right? Cleaning Krishna's plates or katoris, cleaning Krishna's temple, taking care of Krishna's garden. All this is direct devotional service. So if you're doing this, and so that is one thing. One thing is your activity, what you're doing, you're engaging in direct devotional service. The other thing is your motivation. You're doing this to please Krishna only, not for getting anything else. That's also there. So if you're doing like this, then even if you are in America, or even if you're in hell, you're actually rendering devotional service. You're rendering devotional service. You're connected with the Lord if you're doing that. But you brought up a very important point that, for some time we go to the temple, or even at home for some time we worship in the morning, and then we go outside in the world. Don't you think we are getting affected by the modes outside?
Mhm.
We are.
Of
Yeah,
course.
because the modes are very powerful outside. Passion and ignorance modes are very powerful. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada, his movement was fourfold, right? There was first stage of his movement was Sankirtan movement. Go out, Harinam, book distribution, right? That is Sankirtan movement. Like just introduce this philosophy to the people. The second stage of the movement is uh, temple entry. So after you go, Now you call them to the temple. Come, attend our Sunday program. We have a festival. Please come to the temple. Right? So this is, and after they come to the temple, then gradually they learn more things. Right? How you do Tulsi Aarti, you have to do morning program. Then and they go home and they practice. So this is temple entry movement. After this, then by doing this for some time, they also hear from various sadhus that come to the temple, and then they see how they have their disciples, and some people become brahmacharis, they take initiation, they become pujaris, and they're becoming serious, they are making lifelong commitments. By seeing them and how they are progressing, they get a desire, I also want to take initiation. That is the third stage, initiation movement. Right? So you see how gradually it is being
That's
built. So third stage is initiation movement. But we have stopped at this currently. It's a 4-stage movement, and Prabhupada said 50% of my movement is still not completed. The fourth stage is a classless society. Classless society means now all these people who got initiated, originally when Srila Prabhupada was initiating, they were all living in the temple. Everyone joined the temple. But now the movement is growing so much. How many people will you accommodate in the temple? And now families with their children, they go to school. You're going to keep them in the temple and you're going to maintain them, pay for their school fees and all that. You're going to do. Temple can't do all that. So therefore, there has to be an arrangement to take care of you and me and all of us grihastas in a community. Just like devotees are living in the temple with a program, we should have a community where all the devotees are living together. Now, to pay my bills, I have to go and work outside in companies, work for people who are not devotees. They will set the conditions how I should live, how many hours I should work, what type of dress I should wear, what I should speak, and also my mannerisms. They will control everything. And my children will go to school outside. They will decide what they should study, what their goals in life should be, what careers they can take. They will decide. Our Shastras are guiding them. What you should become when you grow up. Are they teaching my daughters how you should learn to be a chaste girl, how your chastity is important? You should be shy. You should be taking care of, clean the house, how to cook, all these things. Are the schools and teachers teaching? And after we become devotees also, we have to send them to them and they learn what the teachers are teaching. So therefore culture is missing. We need a society where we will mold our people according to Shastras. We will have our schools where we will teach our children how to grow as devotees, what they should study. We will grow our food. Now we buy food from outside. You don't know what all there is. They give a nice package and inside what all they're putting, who knows? Yeah, we buy ghee. We don't know what all goes inside that ghee. Butter also, we don't know.
That's true.
We don't see anything. Whatever they write, we accept, oh, this is what it is. If they put something else, who will know? Isn't it? So so therefore the fourth stage of this movement, the next stage is, after coming to initiation, you just see, I also feel, where am I now? Until coming to the point of initiation, I felt that, that there is some protection. Somebody is there, taking next step. And after that, now it's like on your own, especially grihasthas, You go on Sundays to temple, do some little bit service and come back. But what we are talking about, pure devotional service here, exactly what you brought up. Continuously we want to be in that consciousness, Krishna consciousness. How is that possible? When we are in the association of devotees all day long, then it is possible. Now how can we be in the association of devotees all day long as women, right, as children? How we can be? When there is a society, we are running our own society, somebody is growing,
Then it will be possible.
somebody is taking care of one, whatever we need, medical also, right? We'll have our own little, Ayurvedic system, some medical system, we will have our system. Protection also, we will have our own Kshatriyas, protecting our, like how they're attacking temples in Bangladesh. We are depending on the government, someone will protect, and meanwhile so many devotees are getting killed, right? They're attacked, they're killed. But if we have our communities, and if we are able to protect our own, this is varnasrama. Varnasrama means There is Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, Vaishyas, Shudras. This is not just in books. This is practical system.
Political system is there.
This will work. But the thing is, we are so, what you say, we feel like we have to go with this system, otherwise we cannot live.
Ah,
And the reason is, and by doing that, we are becoming more and more subjugated.
పాతకు పోతున్నాం అందులో.
Ah, but this won't go long. Sooner or later,
Yeah,
because
yeah, and end of this yuga, only then we have to.
end of
merge,
yuga
and then
is far away. No need of end of yuga also. Now this is all happening. See, everything is dependent on what? Oil, right? Petrol or gas. When there is, and that is a
no
limited
gas,
resource.
that's it.
Then where they will go? Where they will fly, and where all these, the banking system, education system, how this will work? Everything will collapse. That is why Srila Prabhupada, if we see, Srila Prabhupada said we should work on building our farms. Very soon, people will be coming to our farm community, Srila Prabhupada said, because they won't even have food. Now everyone is depending on, now we had coronavirus, all of a sudden all the aisles are empty, no food.
No food.
What they will do, isn't it? If something like that happens, it happened already recently, it can happen anytime again. And then we are all like completely handicapped. We don't know what to do.
Yes, we
But
don't
if
know
we
what to
grow our own food, whatever else may happen outside, we can survive, we can sustain.
Exactly like electricity, we don't have any. If we
Right?
wanted to use the candles,
Yeah,
we're try to live.
Yeah.
We're not just stopping our life, but
Yeah.
because of the electricity.
And the best thing is, it's all the people around us are devotees. Everyone is chanting Hare Krishna. We can discuss Bhagavatam with them. Every day we'll come
That's
together.
true.
This is the society. So that part is not done yet. And the sooner it is done, the better.
I feel, my life is over, but, I feel the younger generation, how they will face what they are going to face. I don't know. I cannot beyond my thinking.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
See, my life is almost done. But what about my kids, grandkids, like that?
Yeah.
Great grandkids.
Yeah.
What they will get, I don't know. God only has to help me.
We should pray. We should pray to Krishna, and whatever we can, we should, so the instructions are there in Srila Prabhupada's, letters and his purports. Instructions are there, and there are some devotees who are working also. So if we are not able to do anything individually, we can assist or help those devotees. It's like somebody is raising a burden, you give your hand, it's easier for them to lift it. Like that, we assist the devotees who are doing.
You're
And also
right.
we can pray, because by prayers, Advaita Acharya prayed and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, right? So if all the devotees are, and that will come when we sincerely feel that need, we will definitely pray, isn't it?
That's true.
So let's read this purport. Thank you for that nice question, Mataji.
No, Mata. I stopped your class.
Oh, I was still speaking. Let's read purport. There are 5 kinds of liberation: sālokya, sāmīpya, sārūpya, sārṣṭi, and sāyujya. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Sālokya means that after material liberation, one is promoted to the planet where the Supreme Personality of Godhead resides. Sāmīpya means remaining an associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sārūpya means attaining a 4-handed form exactly like that of the Lord. Sārṣṭi means attaining opulences like those of the Supreme Lord. And sāyujya means merging into the Brahman effulgence of the Lord.
This
These
is Chaitanya Charitamrita 26266.
Madhya Leela, chapter 6, text 266.
266. This is very good thing explaining sālokya, sāmīpya, that thing.
Yes, Mataji. So we can stop here. We did only one verse, but
Sorry, Mataji.
no, Mataji, it's fine. We discussed, yeah, that's also required.
6266, is that right?
266.
Okay.
Nice number. 2.6.266.
That's good.
5 types of liberation. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya
Everybody might be
Charitamrita ki
thinking
jai.
this Mataji stopped everything.
No, no.
Sorry to everybody.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mata.
Krishna, Mata.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
dear devotees. Hare Krishna.